Alright guys, welcome back. So just make a quick little intro for the Fiat. We're just gonna get on with getting this cable sorted, then we're gonna get on with welding the front studs out and putting it all back together, new gaskets on it, new studs. We should be good to go on the front end. Obviously wrap up all these cables, get the soldering little connectors on. It's quite cold in the UK today, so I'm wrapped up, but need to get this done, so let's go on with it. It was saying the light wasn't working in the back, we're not sure which one, but it was mainly the lock. It came up with the lock symbol saying the boot wasn't locked, even though it was. And we've had a look, and all the cables are cut open, so we had it before, you were saying, weren't we? So we've had it before, so in a different car. So obviously we're just going to cut this probably off, clean all the cables up, maybe add more, whatever we need to do, solder them together, and just tape this all back up or get a new one of these or something. But we'll figure something out and fix them all, and then hopefully that should be that issue solved. But it's quite common, that. So yeah, at least we know that that's the issue. Alright, we've got it open a little bit better now. As you can see, it's a mess. We don't think we've ever had one this bad. So there's 5 cables we can see that are broken there. And then obviously you can see all the other ones are all sort of cut open. Literally every single one of them. So that's going to be a mission for Grant to fix. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to do it though, and it not be like even bigger, do you know what I mean? Because if it's even bigger, it's just going to break again, isn't it? Unless we can hide it up here somewhere.
Or we wrap it.
Yeah.
Because obviously they must have cut through. Whereas if you wrap it, it should cut through that.
Such a bad design. Alright. Alright, we're back on doing this, sorting all these cables out. We've got some of these soldering connectors, just parkside ones, but they work fine. So we've got these that we'll be using, the bigger cables, these are the smaller ones. You've probably seen them before. You just heat them up, it melts the soldering, and then it melts the white bit, which like a heat wrap. And we've got this to do that. Got some cutters, some tape. Grant's just cutting them, getting them all ready. Yeah, hopefully it should be alright, but I am a bit concerned if it's going to be too fat and it won't fit back in. Because look at them all, every single one of them has a cut on them, so you've got to tape all of them back up. So I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I'll cut back in once we've got them all right. Right, so when we finished off last time, we were messing about with this. And we taped all the cables up, but we tried using these little connectors and it just was not going very well. So we're probably going to remove all the cables from out the boot so we can get better access to it. Either try them again or cut out a section of wiring loom out of something else and then reconnect them all. Alright guys, so we've got that all sorted now. It doesn't look the prettiest, so just close your eyes if you have to. But Grant did it, not me. But yeah, so we got the 2 bigger cables here put back together. Then we had to add cables to the other ones. So we've soldered the top and the bottom and added new cables. So them 3 there, them 2. And then we've wrapped these ones up. I had to remove it all from the rear door, so I've just put it all back and tested it. Obviously we had that issue with the doors, coming up on the dash saying it's the vehicle's not locked when it was. So we obviously tested that and that's working fine now. It says it's locked when it is locked. So that's good. The rear wiper wasn't working, that's working now. This light up top there, that light up there wasn't working, that's working now. I think there was something else, 3 or 4 things. I mean, there was 5 cables cut, and then there was also all the other ones who had slices in them, so yeah. But everything's working now on the back, so we can get it all wrapped up, get all this covered, make it look nice and neat and tidy, and see how it closes and opens and stuff, and then hopefully we should be good to go. Alright guys, so we've put it all back together now. It's all sorted, looks good. Obviously it was all working perfectly before. Everything still is, apart from the rear wiper. It does work, but when you turn the car on, it comes on, and like then it just stops. But it still operates properly, so I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe the motor or still the wiring or something, but all them in the corner are good, so I'm not sure. So I'll have a little look into that, but it's not really the end of the world. You don't need it for an MOT or anything, but it does still work. It's just when you knock the car on, it comes on and then it goes off about 4 or 5 seconds later. But yeah, that's all back together now. Everything's spot on, apart from the rear wiper. Still need to remove these badges and these little things here. Obviously we just need to go onto the front now and sort the headers out. Right, so we're just taking this front bumper off. Got 4 bolts up top. They're just Torx. I think they're T40 maybe or something, or T30. And I think there's just one here. I think there's one either side there, and then I think there's some on the bottom. But they're really tight, they're all rusty as out. Alright guys, so it's been a couple of days since we started taking the front bumper off, which I've got off here. Just some screws on top, one either side and come up on the bottom. Pretty straightforward. Took the crash bar off, some more bolts. It started getting dark the other day and it's been raining pretty much every day since, so it's the only chance I've had. We've got it all removed now. So this is what it's looking like. Obviously got the crash bar off. Just removed that lower hose to get the coolant out. Gonna remove that hose pipe there and that connector, and then I can remove this whole thing. So that's that hose there. So I'll just show you what it looks like once I've got this off. Alright, so removed the radiator, just 2 hoses and 1 connector. Unscrew these little bolts here at the bottom. Kept the whole frame on. I've moved the cat down a little bit, and then this is what's exposed, so we can have a good look at it now. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I don't know how they've managed to do that one. I managed to take off all these 4, absolutely fine. As you can see, that one's fine. It's just unthreaded the whole bolt. Yeah, that's how exposed now. So I'm going to clean it up, cover these ports, and try and get a welder on it. Alright, got the welder out. My mate let me, Chris. So if everyone gives him a thanks in the comments, that'll be great. I've got a welding helmet, some gloves and that. And that's what we're working with. I've cleaned them all up. I've just welded that nut on. I've tried 2 more times with bigger nuts here. And they kept snapping, so I've tried a smaller one. And it's grabbed. So I'm quite excited. I've never done this before, but hopefully it don't snap on me again. I don't know if you can see the tension on that, but it's pretty good. It's definitely moving it. I'm just going to keep going back and forth for a bit. We'll see what happens. Alright, that one snapped as well, but if you can see the weld still sticking out, so that means I've got a nice strong connection to the bolt. I don't know if you can see, but you can see around the nut now. It's definitely been turning. I'll weld another nut to that, see what happens. Alright, that's the second bolt on here. Come on, don't snap on me. Okay, nice. Just back and forth, 1 sec. Alright guys, I'm absolutely buzzing. I think I might have actually done it, bro. Right. It's actually like fully turning. Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way, man. Nah. Oh, come on, focus. Oh my god, that's Fred's. Oh my. Are you seeing this? Nah. That's actually insane. I've made a new bolt. That's hot. Right, one down, 3 to go. That's crazy. I can't believe I've just done that. Right then, let's fix this head. Right, I've got the next one on. It's a bit of a mess, but don't worry about it. Let's see how that one does. Alright, so obviously I got that one out. We've been messing with that one for like ages. We've snapped like 20 bolts and not coming out. So we went to this one. This is our first nut and it seems to be turning. Got Grant here now helping me. If it gets tight, just back it the other way. No way much is that coming out first time. This is capping.
I don't know what's done, because it's sort of like...
It's got to be capping.
Is it broke?
Oh, fuck. Alright, that one didn't end up going well either. So I've moved on to this one. And I haven't even put a nut on it yet. And it's already turning with just these pliers. Let's see if I can get it off. Alright, I'm not sure where I left off last time when I was welding these bolts out. But I've got the new gasket on. And I did that one's sorted. And this bottom corner here. That one is not, either's that one. I know it's a bit shit, but them two should be holding fine now. Obviously I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs in the head now, which is better than before, which was 4. And obviously it's got a new gasket on it. I started it up and ran it, and I can't hear any leaks. So obviously it's pushing pressure on this side, so it's, so that side's good. And then this one is pushing pressure on this side, so that side's good. Obviously it'd be ideal to have the other two in, but it's just, I just can't seem to do it. It was an absolute nightmare. I spent about 3 hours just doing this bottom one, if not longer. That one, well, I spent the whole day welding, but only managed to get that one out, so yeah. It's a shame, but no one else wanted to do it. I had to try and do it myself. Obviously I'll tell the buyer that these two aren't done, but it shouldn't be an issue. We'll see what the MOT says. I'll ask a guy down the garage, see what he thinks. But if it works, then it should be fine. Obviously, like I said, I'll tell them that that's the story with it, so they know. Alright, so I've obviously bolted the manifold back on. Obviously there's 2 bolts missing, but there's not much we can do about that at the minute. So I'll just, like I say, make sure I tell the new owner. Obviously there's no leaks at the minute. Obviously that might happen now because of the 2 missing bolts, but there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I've tried to go to several shops, several mobile mechanics, and no one wants to touch it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I'll just let the new owner know about it. But like I say, I've put a new gasket in it, all the bolts and studs, so it's like 90% better than it was before. I've put the bottom clamp on it, a new one, and that seems to be fine now. Just revs normally. There was some lights on, but I think it's because I had the lambda sensors unplugged, so I've cleared them. The only two to the left is daytime running light, so it must be a bulb out, and the rear wiper that we talked about that sometimes randomly just turns on. Like, it does work. Which one is it? That's the front. No, that's spray. See, like, it still works, so just sometimes when you knock the car on, it just randomly does one swipe and then knocks off, so it's a bit weird, but it does still work. So yeah, now I just need to get the new heat shield of the manifold. I bought a new one. Then I'll probably should knock it off actually because there's no coolant in it. But yeah, then put the radiator on and basically just button up the front end take it off the ramps. Then we can take it for a spin and hopefully everything's good. Obviously change this light as well. Alright, just starting to put the manifold shield back on. I'll put the radiator back on as well. Clip these in. They're clipped in, that clips to the radiator. Take these off and start putting the radiator in, I think. Alright, radiator's on, crash bar's on, all bolted in. All the connectors are in, new hose clamp. Hose clamped down the bottom there. Just filled it with coolant. See there. Heat shield's on. This is bolted in. It's running, it's at operating temperature. Everything looks good. Alright, that's the front end all buttoned up. Needs a good clean again, like. All the screws are in. Got the ones underneath. Just needs a good clean again now. Got a bit of white smoke coming out of it. Which is a bit interesting. Don't really know what it smells of. Not sure. It's only very light, but yeah, it's a little concerning. So I'll have to look into that. I just need to give it a service and a clean. Go take some photos of it. Alright guys, excuse the mad hat. Just a bit cold out, so put this on. But yeah, we'll get the car serviced, get it MOT'd. Actually, I don't know if it needs an MOT. I think it's got like 7-8 months on it. But get the car serviced, give it a good clean, get some photos taken, and then put it up for sale. Obviously with the known fault and stuff, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame I couldn't fix it all. I do like to get it like spot on, but you know, sometimes it's just easier just to sell it for a little bit less, let people know. People are more than happy with it. I mean, it still works perfectly. It's way better than what it was when I bought it. So yeah, get it cleaned and obviously serviced and all that, and then I can put it up for sale. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.